Welcome in, Leo, to Don Williams Tarot. I hope this message finds you well. I'm doing better, thank you. Today's reading is going to be for mid-July to the end of the month, depending on your cards, because the more major arcanas you have, the longer it takes for you to work through that energy. I started these readings a couple of days ago. And then we had the Trump incident in Pennsylvania, and that threw things off a bit because I was really tapping into the collective energy, and it's just all over the place, right? So I have been doing my daily readings just to do a quick energy update, but now I am going to focus back on these particular readings. I plan to do a 9 card pull to let you know what you're coming up against for the next couple of weeks. At the end of that portion of your reading, I am going to pull 3 additional cards from the Happy-ish deck. Okay. So as I'm doing your reading, I'm going to pull myself off camera so we can focus on your cards. If you are brand new to my channel, you may want to consider subscribing. I am starting to do live readings, and then I've just gotten a new dowsing rods. And dowsing rods are things that you can ask yes or no questions. So I've got a lot of people that always ask me yes or no questions, even in the lives. So I'm going to start using those for those type of questions in the live readings. I may even get to a point where I'll ask, people to ask me questions in terms of prior to doing a live reading or something like that. So I have a list, and you can just watch or participate while it's going live. Okay. So right now, Spirit, what do we need to know? What do we need to know for our Leos, our beautiful Leos, for the mid-month all the way to the end of the month? And depending on what the cards are, what do we need to know for our highest and best? What insights and information, clear clarity, please, as to what is coming in for our Leos. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go, Leo. I'm going to start pulling your cards. Your first card is the Ace of Swords. It's a great card. 10 of Wands, Queen of Cups. So this first row is your immediate past. Oh, double aces. Wow. There is a lot of opportunities coming in, you guys. King of Swords in the very center of your reading. Strength card. I love the Strength card. Then we have the Five of Swords. So there is going to be some conflicts coming in or a need to win at all costs. Seven of Pentacles, and then the Two of Wands. Okay, so as I read, I just want you to know that when I pull a 9 card, the very center card is kind of your anchor card. So for you, Leo, it is this King of Swords energy, and the King of Swords is my analytical thinker. Okay, he is so kings in tarot all come with a level of knowledge, a level of expertise, and he is no different. So it may be a situation where this individual is coming into your life, or you might already know who this individual is. This could be someone that you work with, someone that this individual could be a researcher because they absolutely love to use their mind. They like to understand the whys of things. He is holding his sword straight up in the air. So this does talk about truth and integrity. This individual is going to be helping you in some way. It could be somebody that you already know. And then the other thing about this king is that you could be in a situation where you are working with this person, and maybe this person is a professional in some way, meaning that you hire them to come do work at your home or some kind of a situation like that. Or maybe you run your own business, and this is someone who you are going to be doing work with. Now, as we start off in your immediate past, you have this Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a new opportunity to look at things in a new way. I feel as though what a lot of my current readings are about is people waking up to the idea as to what has been going on around us for all these years, that this United States of America is nothing like when I was growing up. A lot of our family values have changed. You can just look out there and you can see all of the stuff that is going on. But this situation right here is allowing you to look at things in a new way, bring in new levels of information, new ways of communicating, how you make your decisions on things, right? And as this is an opportunity, this is the hand of God handing you this gift, you then have to take some kind of action. Now, the other thing that is in your immediate past is this 10 of Wands. Now, 10s are all about completions, an ending of a chapter, an ending of a project, an ending of a situation. And in this situation, he grew each of these wands from seed. And now he is bringing in his harvest. His home is here. So it looks as though he's carrying a heavy load, a heavy burden. And many of you may be feeling that very same way. Typically, when I get this card, it's usually because people have been really working hard, not really taking care of themselves as much as they could or should. So it feels as though some of you may be tired. You may be feeling as though you can't wait to put whatever your heavy load is down. And as this is in the past, it could be that, this is energy that you are now releasing, right? Because this is in your immediate past. Then we have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is a really interesting queen. For one thing, all the queens are about patience and understanding, but this queen is very much focused on this big, huge cup that she is focusing all of her attention on, right? Now, she is my water queen. So she does represent the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But at the same time, this individual is a very emotionally stable individual. This is a type of an individual where if you were to get her in the reverse position, she is probably not going to be a very nice individual in that situation. But her coming in is really focusing on heart-centered things. So if I were going to look at this column, I would say that you are focusing on that energy. You're focusing. The other thing about this queen is she's also a very intuitive queen as well. She always runs her ideas, her decisions on things. She goes within and asks her higher self. And that's one of the beautiful things about her energy in this reading. As we move into the center here, you now have an Ace of Cups. So it could be that a new love opportunity is coming in, or a new opportunity that lights up your heart, something that you've been wanting for a while, Leo. And I feel as though this is really one of those cards where it's really saying that, your cup is running over and you really need to focus on those things that bring you a lot of happiness and joy within you. It feels as though, again, this is the hand of God handing you this full cup, right? And this is a peace dove coming in. So whatever it is, it's focusing really on the way that you think and feel about things, but it's also focusing on this new opportunity coming in. So it could be a new opportunity of love. It could be a new opportunity of a new friendship. It can be a reconnection as well of a friendship or someone that you have known in your past that you haven't seen in a long time. It could also represent this King of Swords. So those of you that may be looking for a relationship, you might be connecting with a King of Swords, which again would be that Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. But at the same time, I know that that's not all for all of you, but it does look like those of you who are looking for romance, you do have that in the very center of your cards. The Strength card here does represent you, Leo. The Strength card, of course, is all about your inner wisdom, your inner willpower, right? This is saying that you are very mentally stable individual, that you can really concentrate. You can calm the savage beast. On this card, you do see the infinity sign up here. I use that infinity sign a lot when I'm doing my own meditations above my head to help clear my energy, as a matter of fact. But she has got her hands in this lion's mouth. And that's because this lion has learned that he can trust her. As you can see, has submitted. His tail is between his legs. So there is this gentleness, this trust here. And I feel as though more people are trusting you. More people are coming towards you because they're recognizing your inner strength, that maybe you are the type of individual that does not fly off the handle, even though you are a fire sign. I do feel that this really represents you well. The other thing I want to bring to your attention here, Leo, of all the cards that I've laid out, this is the only golden card, which does represent you. So this means that you're showing up very strongly in your own reading. Now, what's coming towards you that you're not seeing? I do see this Five of Swords. This Five of Swords for me is that energy of winning at all costs. And sometimes that price can be very high. So I hope that if you feel like you are in a situation where you want to win at all costs, that you keep in mind that you still also want to be respectful of people, those kinds of things. And the other thing is, you can see here, is that he's got his swords here, but he's also picking up their swords so he doesn't have to fight them again, right? So for me, this is kind of a strategy card. This is saying that there's going to be a victory coming in, but I'm not so sure it's going to be a savory victory. But this does talk about changes, change in thought, change in communication, change the way that you think. Also, what you're looking at is this Seven of Pentacles. This card is kind of that card of, is the juice worth the squeeze? Meaning he has spent so much time planting these seeds, these pentacles here, and now he's in a position where he just has to sit and wait. So this is kind of a pause card. So there's something that you're evaluating, you're looking at, you're making decisions as to whether or not, if you were going to do a project again, or whatever this is representing for you, excuse me, would you do it again in the same way? Are you thinking about working smarter instead of working harder? And that's kind of another level of interest in this card. Are you working smarter instead of harder? And then you have the Two of Wands. Now, for me, the Two of Wands, twos are all about choices and decisions. And the wands, of course, have to do with your inspiration, your creativity, your passion. This guy is like safe in his little castle here. He does have people that live below him, and he has gone out and experienced the world. However, now he's looking out there and he's wondering, do I really want to stay where I am, where it's safe, where it's comfortable, where there is no growth if I stay where I'm at? Or do I want to go out and explore? Do I actually want to go out and adventure? And he's really considering this. I feel that many of you may be thinking about potentially taking a vacation, taking a break of some kind, going somewhere different that you haven't been before. So this could represent a lot of different energies for you, but this is deciding whether or not you want to stay where you're at and and not experience any type of a growth, or you can go out and adventure and you might be inspired and might tap into a tremendous amount of creativity, right? So that is your reading for today. This will hold you over. You've only got this one major arcana here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this deck a couple more times, and then I'm going to pull your last three cards. If you've made it this far, please hit the thumbs up button. It does help me a lot. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to flip this deck. And then I'm going to pull you your three cards as your final messages for today, Leo. Oh, wait. Let's do it down. We're going to do it down. Do another split, pick another card, do another split, pick another card. There we go. All right. Grab my glasses. I can see what we're doing. What do you need? No, really. Life moves fast, and most of us never have a chance to stop and think about what we really need from our relationships and our life, let alone express that to the people in our lives. Take a minute today to think about what it is you need from the people around you. Do they know this? Can you share it with them? That's a good card. Asking for what you need, I think, is a really positive thing to do. Yes, and this is the first rule of improv. And oh my gosh, who is good at improv? But the and is important. Actually, it's everything. It means that things are not over yet, that there is a possibility. Holding two things at once is hard when your hands are already full and you're balancing on a unicycle on top of a ball. Yes, this is hard, and there is more. Bad stuff and good stuff, joy and suffering, more and more and more. And then that's the card. Okay. Odd message, but okay, it came. So we're going to just keep it, right? You are not a sad story. Your story might have sadness. It might be a real tearjerker, actually, but it is not a sad story. No story is just the saddest part or just the happiest parts. And no person is either. You are not defined by the worst or the best things that have happened to you. Even if your story has some bone crunchingly sad plot points, you are not a sad story. And what I pick up from this, this is words that I even say myself, is that you have an opportunity every single day to tell the story of your life the way you want to tell it. Do you want people to put you in a pity party mode, or do you want people to look up to you because you are the strength? You do have this inner willpower, and the stories you tell are the stories that people remember, right? So I really actually think this is a great opportunity for everyone to evaluate in the moment as to how do you want people to see you? Do you want people to feel sorry for you? Do you want people to have empathy for you? Or do you want people to see you as the strong, sovereign being that you are? We have all had sad stories. We have all had our share of difficulty, right? I really like this card. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. I hope this has helped you in some way. I will be back with you again soon. So enjoy the rest of your July and take very good care of you, Leo. Thanks for being here.